Na szevasztok, itt vagyok a harmadik részben. Ugye az előző részben ott tartottunk, hogy Detlefot akarjuk megkeresni, ezért eljöttünk ide a másik vampírhoz. És most döntenünk kell, hogy megígyjuk-e azt a cuccot, azt az italt, ami által ilyen zavaros állapotban leszünk, és akkor elméletileg találkozunk vele, vagy pedig nem, és inkább pihenjünk. Azt mondom, hogy alap. Persze megisszuk.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Wanna get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Érdekel minket így, különösebben valami róla. Milyen halottnak lenni, ez érdekel.
Question, one everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals. Ergo, it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detlef recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the
Szóval, ha ők meghalnak, akkor egy magasabb szintű vampír által újra tudnak születni, szóval ezáltal azt leszünk halhatatlanok. És meg akar-e tudni rólunk?
One question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Szóval azt szeretné megtanítanunk, hogyha meghalnánk, és ugyanúgy újra születünk, mint ők, akkor az új életünkbe vennék-e ismét Witcherök, vagy pedig nem. De azt mondom, hogy simán lennék még egyszer.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
Seer determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a Witcher. Just refused to ask directly, as always.
Mennyi idő kellenek a cuccnak, még benyom tőle.
Like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a Witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Elköszönjük, hogy őszinték voltunk el, szerint az őszinteség az bátorság, jelképes, stb. János dumák. Kezdődjön a buli már régen.
Don't doubt that for a moment.
Valami idővel később.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Értékeljük, egy kis sávot csináltunk.
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder, or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Látogassuk ezt a
Start
szörnyet.
making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Így van. Találkozom később. Húzom helyre elfele.
Perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Istenem, nagyon sokat van. És érdekes. Szóval hívjuk ki Rósot, hogy vele sokkal gyorsabban odaérünk.
bandages. What's that about?
Nagy sorolnak annyi. Nézzük meg már, mi van vele.
The dressings, bandages, where did I put them? Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
Vannak már annyi rég.
Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago. Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes. Gods. What happened here exactly? I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
Ebben az időben segíteni egy ideget. Nagy bátorság. Furcsa dolog is.
The thought entered my mind, I near decided to crack the whip. But to abandon a man in need? It's simply not the decent thing to do. Decent enough in many other places, believe me. Before you go on, clean your hands thoroughly and burn your shirt. Might also want to rub some thyme on your body to be sure. Smell of blood might attract ghouls otherwise. Who might you be, precisely? A witcher. Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
Lássuk, hogy szörnyölte meg, vagy
What do
nem.
we have here? Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a
Kicsi
thick
seb van
claw.
rajta, de mégis ez
Maybe a
okozta a
wyvern's.
halálát.
Tough to say, and breastplate's unusual, dented. It's got a patina. An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so what's puzzling is why did he don it? Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate. Got some work to do, so long.
Menjünk el, intézzük mi a dolgokat itt.
Wait, I will come with you.
Jó, gyere! Nem olyat, hogy Roger vagyok, meg Gani.
But stay close, keep it down, and don't touch a thing. Trail leads to the house on the hill, which stands silent as a grave.
Kussolj, légy szíves. Már engedtem, hogy gyere vele.
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall.
Aha, szóval átugrott, ezért törte ki a lábát. Nem tudom. Valami ezen az ajtón próbált kijönni. De lehet tudom. Na azért. Jó. Hát van azért itt egy pár róla. Ezt kell, hogy mondjam. Király alma.
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet? It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods!
Ez is be van zárva. Jó. Kis innivaló, ez is jól jön majd. Király!
Silver tableware. Elven engravings.
Ezüst cuccok. Jó.
Servant. Stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a
Jaj,
sharp
szolga
object.
halálra lesz
Some
szurkálva.
post-mortem. I cannot
Aztán.
believe this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure. Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical. Throats massacred. One mighty blow.
Ennek színem a tép a
Shield along the
torka.
sides old and dented. Sword ceremonial. And Shea handiwork clearly. Ceremonial bowls. for
Valami
the
ceremónia
sacrifices.
működött itt.
Please, do not say
Jó, egy ceremónia volt.
Ceremonial bowls for little sacrifices.
Of what?
Please, do not say humans.
Ezek nem kellenek.
Burn marks. Something catch fire, explode. Strong stench. Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds.
Több helyen sebek
What
vannak
caused them?
a testen,
Victim's human, but the attire's open.
stb.
Are you certain? How did he come by it?
Ó, ez itt
It's so
szél van
few
épül,
normal humans in
bakker.
this.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier
Szegény
soul managed to
bakker.
flee.
Aha, itt már lesz valami. Úgyhogy én azt mondom, hogy átváltunk a shieldre. Valami itt történni fog.
Perhaps there's no one inside after.
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Na, nem. Szóval lássuk, mi történt. Ki vagy te?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. Who are you exactly?
Durant Fosher Plamonton de Safaran, Lord of these lands.
Nagyon rosszabb neved nem is lehet.
Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the elfin homage. But something like this, why, it's a first.
You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were, spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene, the death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge? The giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
Ha már velünk jött, akkor használjuk is fel a csávókat.
But I'll understand if you turn
Meg
me
jó, hogy
down.
magunkkal hoztuk.
No objections? Good. Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through.
Igen, persze nem dolgozunk, azért hülyék se vagyunk. Bár arra, ahol később van, sötét van, és most ismét meg akarják idézni ezt a szörnyet, hogy utána elintézzük.
Divethef, the elven king, hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of
De
a plethora
creepy-ek
of
vagyunk
torches.
azzal a maszkkal. Gyújtsuk meg. 10. Hopp, ezt nem most kellett volna felvegyem. Na most majd egy. Hol lehet még meggyújtani? Ez... Igen. És ez. Ez. És ez.
Laid at Ludovik's feet a loaf of binnen and elfen bread, thus granting humans room over seed-yielding lands.
Így, jó. Használjuk a kenyeret.
Ceremonial bowls with elven wine. Winnow it, the sweetest blood of the land that had been.
Jaj, hogy olyan, most le kell a bort. Jó. Ezt tesszük a másik helyre. Most erre kell venni a sérletnek a szordot. Hol van ez? És itt elhúzod. Így, és a shield. Ugye, vetette?
Passing command of his armies to humans.
Így, és hol van a shieldünk?
Elfen King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat.
Le kell térjünk. Jó. Na és most. Mi a túra?
Look, the statues.
Impossible. God's mother.
Ezek most megtámadnak minket? Persze, hogy meg. Na jó. Ez igen. Ez így gyors volt. De mi ez? Ezek nagyon kemények, bakker. HP. A mage-ek nem lennének itt, bakker. Nem igaz! De a nyádat tozd meg! De ilyen nincsen, hát ilyen túl nincsen! Az anyád. Megöllek, bazzeg. Hú, na végre.
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning.
Szóval most elmeséli nekünk a csávóka, hogy miért változtattak ezek életté ezek a szobrok.
Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gordon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical. Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
Na jó, húzzunk elfele.
Instead, path awaits. High time I was on my way.
Hold, master. Please, take this.
Egy kis zsét, azt húzzunk
A
elfele.
safe journey to you, Witcher.
Kaptam 300 pénzt. Na jó, akkor menjünk tovább. Ezeket nem tudom lootolni. Persze, hogy nem. Miért is tudnám? Na, haladjunk.
Move it!
De jó. Az anyádat.
Ugly bastard.
Wow. Ezt így egy csapásból elintéztük. Az anyádat. Végre.
Come on, Roach.
Azt a de király volt ez a kombó.
Our guests. Never a good omen.
Milyen állat ez?
Lost your nerve?
Oj, de királyul néz ki. Wow. Ez király volt. Itt is van egy. Ez is elég hamar meghalt.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Na lássuk, mi történik. Ez akar lenni a szörnyetegnek a főhadiszállás, úgymond.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table.
Jó, kísérteties egy hely, valaki.
Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
A szöveg.
Sounds like a curse, all right.
A szöveg úgy hangzik, mint egy átok. Akkor azt jelenti, hogy jó helyen jár.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Közben jó, hogy Geralt így magának mondja, hogy körnézzek. Stb.
Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Itt is egy kanál.
Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Betűnéznek kemencébe. Wow. Ez mi ez?
The girl realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her
Még
diary.
egy.
Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still
Azért van egy
searching for the
pár
right
hulla.
spoon. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. Did it make sense?
Valami. Decaying land. Itt is egy csomó kanál. Itt is kanál.
Scratched into this wooden spoon.
Van ezzel a sok kanálból.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
Halálra lett folytva.
Broken
Csávónkánk.
neck,
Ennek a nyaka tört ki.
lateral surface. Smacked in the
Egyre jobb.
head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth
Jobb
all
karja
ripped
ki
out.
lett szakítva a helyén.
Somebody tried to
Követte
force
küldve a
feed
fogai. Ó, szegény. Jól sok el a bestiarit. Hol is van az? Itt van. Nem. Hol a francba lehet? Nem. Spectre? Hol is van? Spotted bike. Azt kell nekünk keresni. Hol lett az? Körzon? Nem. Itt van. Jó, tűzre. Tüzet nem csípik. Jó. Még egy kanál.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Itt
White's
is kanál.
obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Itt is kanál. Ah, aha, ez a kulcs.
Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
Szóval, olyan ide le. Itt nincs semmi.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still.
Jó helyen
Should be
vagyunk.
somewhere around here. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a
Ez egy
little old.
sima kanál. Aztán.
Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years.
Ez itt mind kanál. És ez a ki nem jó hozzá. Nem tudom használni. Na végre.
I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. It's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll serve the cauldron.
Jaj, itt valahol el kell volni. Be a szekrénybe. És most várunk. Jaj, de egy gyönyörű vagy. Meg a feje is tele van kanállal. Bakker. Az a beteg. Hogy nyomja? Próbáljuk meg először. Hát ott tudunk szegényen segíteni. De gyönyörű.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Segítek, nyugi, van már bakker.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Lesz itt egy szék.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Használjuk a kanalapot. De szar lehet, bakker. Fúj.
This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back.
Nyugi, van vissza.
Calm down.
Jöjjön.
lifelong junkie.
Csak meg kell ölni. Ezt írta, hogy... Ne már! Mindjárt megöl bakker. Fúj, bazd meg! Ne. Most megvan. Ez az.
Screwed up with the curse. Regis will get what he wants though. What was that?
Pedig én mondtam, hogy segíteni akarok rajta. Tehát ha nem akar, akkor nem akar. Most csináljuk vele. Jó, de ugye itt volt ez az hely, ahol ezt nem tudtam kinyitni. Most már ki tudom a kulcsot. Azt egyszer lehet lootolni mindent. Jó, és itt ki tudok jönni. Ezüstbor. Valami kaja? Semmi nincs. Azt a ügyes. Na jó, akkor még számoljunk be regisztrik. Ez végre ment. Nem, vagy gyere Rocs.
Move it.
Az éjszaka is közben olyan gyönyörű bakker. Nagyon szépen meg van csinálva. Regis. Na, mert beleakadok mindig valamit, muszáj beleakadni. Ó, Regis. Itt vagyok. Na jó, megjöttünk.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Send your spies after me?
My watchers.
So
Were
here.
something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed to find a loan, but
Követ
thanks for the
minket,
thought.
mi a
Gonna
túra?
need much longer to finish brewing resonance. Mentioned a last ingredient too. What about that?
Azt mondja, hogy nem kémek
That, I
a
fear, might prove troublesome.
hollók, hanem
You see, to use the
azért
concoction to
megfigyelő,
summon
ezek
the
kb. Ugyanaz.
a solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know,
A vámpír vér kell hozzá, hogy
their corporeal shell.
megtaláljuk.
As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a
De
long
az ő
story
vére nem
short,
jó hozzá.
I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. That stands to be very, very dangerous.
Kinek lehet ez az egész veszélyes?
Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby
Olyan vér kell legyen,
are in grave
amikor
danger.
nagyon ideg állapotban van a vámpír. Szóval, hogyha ideg állapotban van, akkor nem nagyon lehet megállítani.
Two of us, but worry not. I
Szóval,
thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
nem tudom, hogy oldjuk meg.
All right. So what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There,
Meglátogatjuk Tesha Mudnát, egy ősi vámpír megszálló.
Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse, abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad, wild.
Hát majd elintézik. Na jó fiúk, lányok. Ez a rész ennyi lett volna. Tetszett a videó, nyomjatok egy lájkot. Ha nem, akkor dislike. Hidegen hagy, úgyis végig lesz játszva az egész játék. Jövünk nem sokára a következő résszel. Szevasztok!